police released this video of the suspect from inside of a store just before the attack. He was wearing a yellow bandana and has a tattoo sleeve on both arms.
A 12-year-old boy tonight recovering from smoke inhalation after he was rescued from a burning home in New Jersey. His got pursued over the scene this afternoon in Little Ferry. Authorities say the boy was home alone when that fire started. He was hanging out a second-story window when firefighters arrived. They used a ladder to rescue the boy along with his dog and his hamster. One firefighter did suffer heat exhaustion.
The city of Hoboken taking legal action against a water company tonight following a string of disruptive water main breaks. The latest break happened this morning, marking the 18th water main break in the last 6 weeks in the city. Hoboken's mayor claims Suez's water's management of an underground meter upgrade is to blame. The company, however, blames the city's aging infrastructure.
New York Governor Cuomo, one of the nation's fiercest critics of President Trump, tonight, promising that if he's reelected, he will not run against President Trump in 2020. Governor Cuomo making news during his first and only debate with his Democratic primary challenger, the actress Cynthia.
The headline in this debate, a stunner. President Trump won't be facing Andrew Cuomo in 2020.
Can you promise the voters of New York right here, right now, tonight, that if you win re-election that you won't run for president and spend the next 4 years as governor?
Yes, yes. Yes and yes.
Most of us assumed otherwise, but Governor Cuomo was emphatic here. He won't be running for president this time.
The only caveat is if God strikes me dead. Otherwise, I will serve 4 years as governor of New York.
The other headline in this debate, Cynthia Nixon on the attack.
And I'm not an Albany insider like Governor Cuomo, but I think that experience doesn't mean that much if you're not actually good at governing.
The latest polling shows Nixon running 30 points behind Cuomo, so she tried to rattle her opponent.
Can you stop interrupting? Can you stop interrupting?
Stop lying?
In some ways, Nixon was brutal, even promising no fare hike if she's governor.
He used the MTA like an ATM, and we see the result. He has had 7.5 years to avoid this very avoidable crisis in our New York City subway.
Governor, would you like to respond to that?
My opponent lives in the world of fiction. I live in the world of fact.
While Nixon hit hard, Cuomo got his own shots in. For example, on her refusal till last week to release her taxes.
In terms of transparency, I think my opponent should be careful with that word. She released 5 years of corporate taxes, dumped them in 3 hours on a Friday with no notice. Only Donald Trump has done less transparency on his taxes.
Both candidates attacked Donald Trump here, but Nixon accused Cuomo of not doing enough. Near the end of this debate, neither candidate would say whether they really wanted the mayor's endorsement or not. That's probably just fine with the mayor. Again, Election Day is now just 2 weeks away. At Hofstra University, Dave Evans, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
What a debate it was. By the way, tonight I hosted an online digital special looking at the highlights from tonight's debate and analyzing what happened. Political consultant Hank Scheinkoff and Dave Evans joined me. You can watch it at ABC7NY or on my Facebook page.
Tomorrow, a memorial service will be held at North Phoenix Baptist Church before the body of late Senator John McCain leaves the state of Arizona for the final time. A motorcade with the 81-year-old Republican's body arrived at the state capitol this morning for a private ceremony on what would have been his 82nd birthday. It was followed by a public viewing, people lining up for hours to pay their respects. So many touching moments. Cindy McCain, his wife, kissing the coffin, and then daughter Megan clearly in sorrow. And after tomorrow's service, the remembrances moved to Washington beginning Friday. The senator will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. Then on Saturday, there will be a memorial service at the Washington National Cathedral. The senator will be laid to rest in a private ceremony Sunday at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland.
Another important final farewell happening in Detroit. A tribute concert tomorrow there for Aretha Franklin. Her casket on display for a second day today at the Museum of African American History. Another day of viewing tomorrow as well. Franklin's funeral scheduled for Friday. The Queen of Soul died earlier this month of pancreatic cancer. She was 76.
Gone in a flash. New and next at 11, another Apple store targeted.
I'll take it from here then. The fast-thinking thieves at the Apple store, they managed to get away with $30,000 worth of merchandise, that is, Sade said. It just took 20 seconds. Plus, a young boy swept away during a strong storm. You will see the rush to rescue him before he drowned.
It's that time of year again.
Going back to school can be stressful.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Were involved in a brawl inside of a nail salon. The melee broke out inside the New Apple Red Nail Salon in East Flatbush earlier this month. 21-year-old Christina Thomas says the nail tech started attacking her and her mother with brooms and dustpans following a dispute over money. A salon worker is still facing charges.
New details to tell you about tonight about a frightening assault on a bus driver in Brooklyn. New York police now linking this suspect to additional attacks. These are the new images from the cameras on the B-15 bus that was targeted Monday. In that case, the bus driver closed the window right before the man smashed it, sending shattered glass into the driver's face. The same suspect, according to police, now linked to 2 attacks last Thursday on the same bus line.
A multi-state salmonella outbreak kills 1 person in New York. According to CDC, at least 17 others have been sickened in 4 states. Doctors say the strain causing the outbreak has been identified in 2 facilities, including one that processed Empire Kosher brand chicken. There was no recall at this time. The earliest case was reported in September of 2017, and the others from January to June of this year.
Severe flooding in Wisconsin, making for a rather frustrating series of delays for hundreds of passengers on 2 Amtrak trains that were stuck on the tracks. About 400 passengers stranded on the trains overnight after drenching storms flooded the tracks. The trains got stuck Tuesday afternoon, didn't get back on their way until this afternoon. That's nearly 24 hours off schedule. By the way, the same storm system in Wisconsin being blamed tonight for a flood that swept a boy down a storm drain. The 11-year-old, overwhelmed by rushing water down the street. Divers with the fire department eventually found the boy stuck in a manhole with air trapped near the cover. That saved his life. That boy pulled to safety. He was unharmed, but
Unbelievable. Okay, so that's the same system that arrives here tomorrow afternoon, but a very different result. This is a 24-hour loop showing all of the tornado reports from that system, but the front comes eastward. It's caused wind damage across western Pennsylvania, upstate New York, but it is weakening very quickly. Of course, it's getting later at night. It doesn't support storms, but it's just not as unstable here, and that will also occur again tomorrow, where storms are very spotty and probably not severe, but there is a little lightning, a couple downpours that can make it into the Catskills overnight. But we get the best of both worlds because we don't have to deal with the widespread severe weather, but we do get the benefit of the nice temperature drop. It's already dropping into the low 70s, western part of the state. Fair skies, nice visibility. A view from Astoria looks great. Manhattan, 87 degrees, southwest wind at 6, 92, 11 degrees above average. There are your sunrise and sunset times. I don't expect a lot of rainfall tomorrow. One more hot day, but not as extreme tomorrow. The real relief arrives on Friday. We're stuck in 70s, some showers, and then the weekend improves each day. It's not a lot of sun on Saturday, but it's also not a lot of wet weather. A couple of showers around 77. A little more brightening on Sunday. We're at 83. Still can't rule out a shower, and Labor Day is a little brighter. You'll see it on the 7-day. Nearing you tomorrow morning, upper 80s. Going to be close whether we get to 90 in New York City. Clouds will be gathering during the day, but the feel-like readings are still going to be in the mid-90s, even upper 90s to the south. That's why we still have a heat advisory for parts of the area through tomorrow, but again, not as harsh as today. Air quality will be moderate, so that's improving a little bit. UV index at a 7 and the pollen count is moderate to high. Boaters, west wind. Little tweak to this forecast, where a west wind's going to be light, and the rip current risk has been downgraded to low, which is good news. So a good beach day, but keep your eye to the sky late in the day, or maybe it gets dark in 1 or 2 spots. Meanwhile, tomorrow morning, still warm and stuffy, just what we've been used to, but then it changed. The clouds start to gather a little bit, couple of spotty showers, nothing widespread severe, we'll track it for you. Then a lot of clouds tomorrow night, and look at that temperature. That was a 59 in Monticello on Friday morning. And on Saturday, still nearby the south, so that could be in a shower or 2. The holiday rankings, because it's cloudiest and coolest. A little brighter on Sunday, and then Labor Day looks like the best beach day, and it looks like it's mainly dry across the area. And there can be a spotty shower in the afternoon. Then tomorrow night, the difference. 70 degrees. Evening thunder shower. The humidity's still up. A little less humid on Friday, but, you know, we have some showers. We're only in the mid-70s. Saturday, a little brighter. Sunday, a little more so. And then Labor Day is probably the best day of the weekend at 87. And most areas stay dry. It remains rather hot into next week as well.
Yeah. No one's saying they disagree with you. Okay. Thank you, Lee. Coming up, talk about a tough escape. Thieves try to steal a cash register, but they run into a little bit of trouble trying to get it out of the restaurant.
For the closest location, visit RayMooreFlanagan.com.
Day sales event. See why more people are switching to Ram than ever before.